you will not have a perfect day every day. And I think you've probably heard it many times, but I think it's worth repeating. As I said, you will not have a perfect day every day. And I'm just gonna talk about my topic, like from my example, like from my experience, right? But before we start, my name is Christian. I'm just a normal guy who wants to improve. But yeah, let's start. So that was, I think, a couple of days ago. I don't remember actually. I was like it was on the I remember it was on 4th of I think it was 4th, could have been the 4th of January, 4th or 5th of January. I don't remember exactly, but it was one of those days. And before this, those 3 days, first, second, and third, I was smashing those days. I was really feeling confident, etc. Right? I was feeling really great. But the it was the 4th. The 4th of January actually wasn't that good. I was overthinking. I was frustrated and anxious, and I was anxious about my future, that I'm falling behind, etc. That I could have done more things better in my past. I could have done better things, this, and there. You know what I mean, right? You probably had those days. But I actually and you probably had those days. But what I'm going to tell you that those days when you feel like shit, you're overthinking, frustrated, anxious, you still think about your future, etc. That those days are really important because they show you that like you still have a lot to learn, that you're still not on the level that you want to be, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you have those days because basically everyone has them. Because everyone has a bad day. But what matters is how you're gonna smash the next day. You know what I mean? Forget about the days when you felt bad, when you've done something wrong. Forget about them and move on with your life. And if you, for example, another example from my experience, when I was quitting pornography, oh my goodness, for me that was tough. But right now I know what I could have done better, right? Like I relapsed many times when I was trying to quit pornography, and I said to myself, but this is the part. But I said also to myself when I was quitting this, when my mindset was improving, like my relapses are just a part of the process. Like it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen many times when I'm not gonna control myself, when I'm just gonna let my unconscious mind decide. But still, if you made unconscious decisions, it still was your decision, right? And you still need to take accountability for this. So in conclusion, for example, if you relapse on a nofap streak, kind of autistic, or you've done something wrong, I don't know, you start binge eating sweets, salty foods, etc. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to forget about those bad days because, as I said, you will probably have those bad days, probably a couple of times, at least in this year, at least in this month. Like, focus on the next day. Like, there are no rewards for thinking about the past. What do you get actually from thinking about the past? Maybe you get fucking depression. Because when I think about my past, like I realized, I wasted my time playing GTA San Andreas 800 hours. So I wasted my time, sitting on fucking Discord all day. But I'm grateful still for those days because they made me a man who am I today. And because if those days didn't happen, I wouldn't be here recording. So I'm grateful for my younger self that he played actually those 800 hours of GTA San Andreas, that he wasted his life, because I now have experiences to share with you. You know what I mean? But as I said, there are no rewards for thinking about the past. You don't get anything for this. So if you don't get any rewards for thinking about the past, why would you even think about this? Really, literally, like let that question sink in. If you get no rewards for thinking about the past, so why do you still think about the past if you don't get any rewards? Still, if you done something wrong, learn from this experience, because a wrong experience is still an experience. You're not gonna experience good things every day, of course not. If you've done something wrong, you tell yourself that you will stop binge eating, but you started binge eating again, or you relapse on your no fat streak, or as I said, try to quit addiction, and then you came back to it. Learn from this experience and just move past it. So learn from this experience. Say to yourself, what I could have done better. What was I? And that's the only exception that you can think about the past. Learning from experience. That's the only exception that you can think about the past. That's the only exception. Learn from this experience. For example, when I was quitting pornography, I was learning from my experience, and I realized that I need to control my brain better and move past it. Don't let your mind focus on this mistake, because you're just gonna be in a ruthless cycle of just thinking about this and what you could have done better. Well, you could have done better, but you've decided to take this decision. So you can't change the past. You know what I mean, yeah. So yeah, stay hard, because nobody will save you. And the only person who can save you is the person I'm pointing right now. Peace out, and make your future self proud.